Hello, good morning. So we are back to the things. So in the last class we saw that there is a issue with the while we are editing this file. So quickly what I have done, I have created the we moved that file. So where does it look like buggy, they keep on printing this. So we moved that file that is called host1. You can see move that file host1, and then we copy the content, original content, and have as per requirement we created the new host file. You can see host1, that old file we removed, and then later on we're going to delete that host. So that's okay. So now we can able to ping. So support server is reachable. Now we're going to run the code and we'll see what's the issue is. So I'm going to quickly, are you able to see my screen, Sagar, right?
Yes, yes.
So this is the support server and this is our code, and yes, this is our code. So let's see what error, next level of error, because if I'm able to troubleshoot and understand the error right now here on this, we can able to solve. Not this, I've copied the file over here, the file here. So take the cat with the what, the file is paramico, this. So this is my file. Okay, and I'm going to open another terminal to understand terminal here, and we're going to run the code over here, our code. So now this is visible, right? Both the things. Fine. So I'm going to Python 3 and the parameter. So we are seeing the error is the missing host key. So what host key is missing, guys?
First time when we do SSH, it asks for yes.
Yes. So this host key is missing if you are able to do SSH. This is not a issue of this code, the issue of the your fundamental SSH. Are you understanding?
Yes,
And that
correct.
file, this file, the key is not there, as well as the file is not found in known host. Known host is a file system which is maintained by the SSH locally. So let's understand that. So where do we have? So we have that file, I think .ssh, and we have non-host. So this is the, you can see this is the file which able that going to maintain the code, but this is unreadable. You will not able to understand. Let's just understand how the file is, how many file is there. So instead of that, I'm going to do ll list the file. Instead of this, are going to understand better way. We have this file, the config file, and another is host. This file need to have your inventory. This inventory is missing there. So what you have to resolve, either you give that inventory in that host file, or you can do SSH from your system to that system. Okay, so that the inventory going to be captured. So let's do that. So I'm going to do SSH, and the username is asu at the rate 192 dot what 56 dot 12. But I want the host name. Using the host name key going to be stored in this non-host using the host name, not using the IP. So I will give the what I host name support serve, right? Yes,
Yes,
no.
yes.
Okay, let's do that. So they are asking You have, are you sure? Is the first time, only first time they're going to ask this, because that key is missing. They are giving hash name of that. Going to do yes, and problem is resolved. We follow the password, and we are in the server. So I'm going to exit this. Okay, now we are in our system. See, as we had earlier was. So now this issue is resolved. So the entry is going to store into their non-home. Okay, now let's run the script. My script is this. I'm going to run the script. Okay, so do I able to get the output or not? They have given the trackball most. These are the file output. What are the action they taken? Okay, I'm not worried about these actions. Where the my output? You can see this is your output. You see the output of the system. Let's go for check the output. I'm giving you name hyphen a. So this is the output, and you can see this output even over. Okay,
Okay.
so
So what is exception?
yes, these are the exceptions we will going to explore in upcoming classes. So while you are going for package the file .py channel with this that is standard, they are expecting on how to close this file. We will see next code is going to be eliminated. Don't worry about it. My thing is that I want eject in the string code. If you want this code more good and familiar way on the standard way, so what you have to do, this code you have to edit. So let's edit this. I know I don't want this print the output supposed to be in string code, so we go for so this print output go to the we going to print output, it's going to show into the string output. Right now it's like bits bytes are line wise they're going to get different. So what you have to do, you have to edit the code. We are going to edit here code this. So we are in editor. So instead to give or output. So let's write save this file. Okay. Now exit my code that file. We have not only we have done the string the outputs print in string the whatever the output go for string. Okay, let's run and check output difference we are finding. Any output anything improve?
It looks same only.
It looks same only, so means there is the coding problem where we are not that our output is a format that then only it's going to work. Okay, so let's copy this part string str output I've done here. So str is and we give str editor, or we going to run from there only leave it. So utf8 this is the format. format. File the cat, run the output. We are good. Take that. Okay, now you can see all this garbage what you are exception earlier. Now this they remove for you. Can you see this?
Okay, yes, yes.
Okay, so UTF format is standard format. All the you can see the exceptions they're going to ignore with this using the UTF format. So you have to remember this UTF format is the standard format of the outputting. They remove the that's the notes. So this is the one which we going to run here. Let me here I have changed. This is for whom? This is for general purpose. Now we have done testing for the what support server. Let's do and if it's working or not. Instead of username a, uname a, I will do only uname. Uname will only give the output as a Linux, if you remember. So let's do this and run the Python. Okay, guys, should I run? Can we able
Yes,
to
yeah, yeah.
and this going to work or not? Because only the path we have given. Here they are still throwing the what earlier season. Oh, we are running different ones. We are not running Paramiko. The problem. So we going to run this Paramiko one. File is different. One now. Okay, the output only rename. Understand? So let's change here. If I'm going to this file also str string output and go for what format? utf utf8 formatting and going to ah what's wrong here. I did not save this. First you save this, now
Okay,
you're going to run because this is the old file. Well, here you can
yes.
say entire out only you name the output going to change. After any change you have to save this file, control as, then if you're going to the Linux format because they removed it here.
Yes,
Okay, let's see the challenge if I'm going to go for the next server general purpose. What is the challenge going to become? So error, I want to understand the by looking on the error we can say that this error belong to not my code. So you can see for general purpose server is working fine because maybe there is no SSL problem with the general, right? They have non-key. If I will go for next, let me add this cat file for host and let's add for system one generic system we have, right? So sudo pi editor you have buggy as well. Okay, edit and insert mode. I'm going to add dot one. dot dot one not two, right? And the support system. That's all. Save this file, right? And quit. Have cat home. And next, let's ping that. I'm able to ping. Yes, this system is pingable. This is the which system, guys? Hello.
Yeah, this
This
is
system running on the Ubuntu is the local system. This is this. So we are able to assess this system or not. Let's see from basic. So I'm able to also the rate support and fingerprint. So here I'm not going to generate any fingerprints. I'm going to do no. Okay. So let's see what error, because this error I want to study here in Python. How it's looking in Python. Okay. So instead of this, I'm going to give the host name. What? Tell me.
uh,
So support system. That
okay,
the my.
okay.
Let's try this. What's the error do? So you got the error, the missing host and non,
That's
right?
the same error which
Yes.
we got.
So this error, if you are getting, you should understand this is not error of uh, from code, because we are keep troubleshooting on code, but not it's going to work. You see, now this error is resolved, will not come. Okay. Still, they are giving this. Why? So they are giving, right?
Yes.
They have not given. Let me save this. And they are coming utf8 nodes. Here they run again. Ah, maybe it's saving. I save here. I save. Is a buggy look like bugs, na?
Yes.
Means we are using this code. I have to. Okay. Now click. If I want to all three those server, because username password is same in this case, should I take the all the output from all the system or not? What do you say?
Yes. Yes.
If I will give list of host name, what do you say?
Okay.
I have to declare as a list.
Correct. Yeah.
So let's try, and we will stop the session if it's not work. If it's work, okay, fine. Okay, go for general purpose. What? We have general purpose server. First one. Second, what's the power of list? Let's see. So why it's a variable for one, listing for others. So support server. Okay, and then next is what we have. We have
Yes.
support system.
Support system.
So this is the things always. So we have provided the list here variable. So no need to change, because just the host name as a variable. That's a power of this, and command is a single command, and run this. What error we are getting?
Mm-mm.
So what error we are getting? Now this telling that the socket get in argument must be string or none. Get address info, so they are not taking more than one. Okay.
Okay.
So we will see how the challenge will solve in next upcoming class. Don't worry. So we can pass list of. So here we have to pass the file system, file opening and closing and calling the file. Not only here for this is not good method. Okay, so what we have to do, you have to pass your inventory file. Do you remember we have done same challenges we saw the Ansible
And
classes,
yeah, we have done
and
it.
we
Correct.
have inventory file, so we will see the concept of inventory file upcoming. Okay, now
So
next I want to print output. We want to explore that this function we want to output the print. If we have ls, how we want to print the one line by line. So instead of we have used this here read, instead of read we going to use what,
read
read
lines.
lines, because here only one line as output. If you see, go with the non-error one. So here single line, that's why the printing okay, but so we have multiple line. Let's see the challenge of this. What I will do, ls l. So there is a multiple line, guys, right? Yes, no.
Yes.
So let's see if that output we have changed. The single output is giving very nice way. Let's see if going to change the multiple line. So exceptions they started giving. I don't know why, but you can see this all the output are printed well with the exception. How we going to remove, even though this file for the single line they will remove the exceptions, but the for list of line they will not. So you have to do the read lines is going to be print in that format. Okay, which one we run? We have to run again. Okay, so instead of that what you do, you just go for this read line. Want to read line, or you have not go through the, the the exceptions remover. Here we have went with the exceptions remover also, but it's not giving removing the exceptions. Can you see that, guys?
Yes. It's not.
So even though this, so what you do, you move this, it's going to work in this case exception remover. So what output, the read line, what challenge going to be. So read line I took this, so it's going to work or not, tell me.
It should work, but it will
Okay,
show errors. I think exception
so
errors.
let's see what happened. The instead of read we have done read line, and we remove the utf8 format. So what happened, your output, they read first line or not, they read the only one line.
Well, like, correct.
Okay, that's a empty, that's why they read. And if you do read lines, this function, now it's going to work, but exceptions you can see still there.
Correct.
So what going to happen, they read the line but it's not a readable format. They given in the single line all the output with the ny. If you, they end with the ny.
Yes. They gave list actually.
Okay, yes,
Yes.
means they given into the. list with a
Yeah.
single line with the end. If you will do what split, if you remember,
Yeah.
then read, go with the split line, split lines. Yes, see the output. I'm going to see this. We already explored this one video.
Mhm.
So we're going to see what happened here. They instead of they just have new line, they remove the new line. Earlier, earlier output went. The lines once the went. So read line, if you see the only the difference, they are coming with them. There is no new line, that's all. But they can't split in the output. Okay, for that we need to do the loop.
Okay.
You
But
have to
this time exceptions are not there.
what? Yeah,
Exception.
exceptions, we will see that. Exceptions are also going to remove in the loop. So if you see this, so what are we going to do to print output, instead of printing a split line, you remove that split, not going to work. You go for read line.
Okay. We gonna
Okay, we will go for read line. If you see, we'll go for read lines, and then we will create for the the for loop, one by one line they're going to read that. Okay,
okay.
that all the read lines, and your print, I'm going for loop, for loop, or going to take anything, any variable. So for line, let me see, for line. Okay, so what happened here, the line declare as a print line, and the output going to be print over. No, this is wrong code. So output, not out, have to the line, because this output is stored as a line, and the printing in the line way. Okay, so new variable in the loop, they're going to read the all the read line, they will capture into this register, output register, because this is output. Anything else, just you give out here, and
Mhm.
you have to put out any keyword, whatever the variable here, you have to call that variable in the loop, and they bring into the line. The line is another variable, so that they will print one by one line. The new line they will terminate. Okay, now let's see, going to work well for this exception they remove, because they're not going to read in this way. Okay, run there. Okay, can you see exceptions they removed, and they
Yeah.
print one by one line?
Correct. Yeah.
But the earlier, if you remember, first one, if you see the UTF first one, where the printing, they are printing very good way, but they are coming with the exceptions. You remember this part where they are coming with the exception, they printed. Yes, this one, if you remember, I want actual printing is this way, right?
Yes.
Actual output printing this way, but they are coming exceptionally even though you are using the utf8 here. I want same way. How do you remove this line? So there is a function called, I already tested, that's called strip r strip. The same function you can call here with the line r strip, and you enhance or
Okay.
enhance means they will remove the all extra aspects. So this is the testing one. Done. Leave this. Oh no, why it's a give that?
Yeah, please.
Let me run this. Happen. But I there is this buggy stuff going on.
Yeah.
You're right. Tested in see out. There is a they remove the string. No,
Yes.
I don't know, but sometimes it's not working. If output is not coming, you switch off your system and come.
Yeah. Can we
The
just try again? Let's just
yes, let
try
me
again.
try again. One. Ah, this time coming good. I don't know, yeah, but do you understand the logics? Because why the exceptions remove even though we are not going to use the UTF,
Yeah.
because of they're going to read a single line each and every time they are printing. So they are manually printing. The output is not ending over here. They're storing the output into the different variable, and then they are coming under the loop. So there is no
So what exactly those exception is about? Uh,
exceptions. Actually, these are standard formats which they give that while you are running this many things are, and that is good for developer, not for like us engineers.
okay.
But this is very helping for them to understand what are the exceptions going on backend if you want to develop the code. Someone has already developed the Parani code, so they have some exceptions which we are not touching each and every feature. So if you are missing with the some feature, they are doing those on
Okay. Okay.
behalf of.
Okay. Got
So that's all. So this is the Paranico, and we're going to do next class. Will how using the Paranico we can network device, but this is not a best practice. So NetMiko for the home for the network device. This is for all the system support SSH, and you know for in the world everything which we want to access. So SSH is the more secure way to create. So
okay.
I'm
Yeah.
going to stop the session here. We will see you with the new topic that is